This is the Boom Factor, where innovation meets technology. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Boom Factor. Today we have a very special guest. His name is Jonathan Mead. Welcome, Jonathan.
Hey, thank you for having me, Will. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. And so the theme of today's podcast is going to be innovation, startups, and mentorship. So today we are thrilled to be joining you from, where are we, John? Tell us.
Yeah, we're at the Babson campus down in downtown Boston. This is where we have, it's kind of like a WeWork, but Babson alumni and current students are welcome to come here and use the space, work on school projects or their own life projects.
Love it, love it. Yeah, this is, I must say, this is a phenomenal space. We got the ticker going on up here. We've got some televisions with, what's going on in the finance world. And we've got also, most importantly, some phenomenal disruptive innovators, especially our guest here today, Jonathan Mead, who yourself, you are a graduate MBA from Babson, is that correct?
Yep. I finished up my MBA in 2017, I guess it was way back then. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So John, actually, so welcome to our program. You and I have known each other in the past. So first off, man, you actually joined us this summer on our innovation lab board as one of our mentors and advisors in our tech and startup space. So my first question for you, John, really is, tell me about yourself personally, your background, and just kind of some of your professional experience.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in the IT world in a number of different roles over the last over a decade, I guess. Here, graduated undergraduate in Western New York at SUNY Geneseo with a degree in English education, which wasn't that useful in 2008. So I got into IT. Just started as a desktop support type person, rolled into some actual technical engineering support type roles. Quit my job, moved out here to Boston. Didn't have anything lined up, just wanted to be in this city because of the feel, the kind of entrepreneurial spirit that lives here. Got some great roles, some great experience out here. Worked with a number of startups, fintech, some pretty cool technology as far as databasing goes here in Boston. Got my MBA at night, did an evening program getting that, and here I am today starting my own ventures. So
super exciting, man. I couldn't think of anyone, really just more innovative and more kind of aggressive, kind of with that sales background, with the your client facing experience, as well as just your passion for technology, in terms of just kind of the courage of kind of starting your own venture. So I'm very optimistic it's going to work out really well. So I'm excited.
Glad you are. We got this.
Success.
Right?
So first off, thank you so much for agreeing to be a member, a guest here on our podcast today. But my second question for you is also thank you to join our innovation lab this summer. As a mentor and advisor of our innovation lab, why is mentorship important to you?
Well, I think that kind of goes back to my roots. I come from a family of educators, right? That's one of the reasons I ended up getting an English education degree in the first place. I think that if you have the passion for learning, if you have the passion for knowledge in general, being able to bring that, maybe not your experience, maybe just your perspective or the guidance that you may be able to offer, whether it's advising and going through, well, let's look at your strategy here, or let's take a look at what you need to do to be successful there.
Right.
Just kind of bringing that advisory to anybody, whether it's somebody who's just getting out, just getting started, or if it's a senior vice president of an organization, just anybody who's open to knowledge, myself included in that, is somebody worth talking to.
That's phenomenal, man. That's excellent. You're really just giving back. You're giving back to the young professionals out there, and I think yourself kind of coming from more of that kind of suburban, where Rochester, New York, not necessarily like the hotbed of tech innovation, but it can be right down the line. But it's also just just you kind of taking a chance and really really betting on yourself, right? Coming out here to Boston and just kind of jumping into the business and just being, deciding you're going to work as hard as you can to make something.
Right.
That's phenomenal.
And I think you guys have done something great with the Innovation Lab, kind of working with those young professionals, working with those people who may be earlier in their career than other innovation labs are doing. And to your point, coming from Western New York, Rochester, right? Back then when I left, it was a growing city. It's my roots. I love it. But the world's getting smaller, and those people, those locations need that kind of focus. They need that help, that advisory services as much as possible.
Dude, you're a good man for taking on. So yeah, I mean, I guess next up, really kind of talk in terms of talking about your SaaS tech background. I mean, as a professional who's worked in those fields, technology and software as a service, and startups yourself, what is it about technology innovation that excites you?
It's interesting. So it's not necessarily the technology itself, it's how people interact with that technology and how people can help others become better. Everything that I do at its core is really just trying to help other people be more successful in general. That's just who I am, I guess, as a person. And I think technology it really, really does that. It really helps people become who they envision themselves being. Whether it's a fintech app, right, that helps somebody who may not have been able to invest in huge funds earlier, whether it's a technology that really disrupts that and brings the wealth to the masses, or if it's a new healthcare product, right, a new healthcare type of technology that really kind of takes all of that data and aggregates it down into a way that's digestible and you can see the patterns and really figure something out that didn't exist before. It's that technology, leveraging technology to help people is really what I'm passionate about.
That's amazing. Amazing. So, yeah, I mean, really just kind of, along the lines of technology, innovation, startups, really to kind of kind of close out our conversation today. Like, can you tell us a little about kind of the projects you're working on, stuff that you're passionate about?
Yeah. So right now I'm working on two projects. Well, one project and one consultancy. So I recently left a position running technical services for North America for a security firm. Awesome company. I just needed, it was time to do this. I needed to go off onto my own and start my own services here. So I launched a consulting firm where I'm helping with security posture. I'm helping with general IT, web app development, things like that. Again, comes down to helping people, building strategies, looking at go-to-markets with new products and really figuring out what is it that market segment looks like. How are you going to bring this technology that you've created to this type of a market? And then my other venture is same vein. It's always about helping people.
Yeah.
Every role that I've ever had, whether it was technical services, support, development, even sales-facing roles, if it was a pre-sales solutions engineer or a solutions architect, every single role that I've ever had has been a role that needed to have communication between different departments and with our external prospects or clients. So the venture that I'm building now takes that need, that communication need, and it brings it to a visual level above all of the other tools that exist. So we're building a collaborative lifecycle management platform that sits on top of your CRM, on top of your support tool, on top of your implementation tool, whatever it is, and it gives a dashboard to your customer, to your prospect. It shows them, hey, this is where we're at. You can interact, you can send messages back and forth. We're really streamlining that whole delivery process, and we're building that client journey, that satisfaction there, all the way through from the very beginning to the very end, where you're renewing, you're building that relationship, and it makes both you as a vendor and your customers more successful in the long run.
I love that. That's really well said. And I mean, that's just really what it's all about. I believe in proximity is passion, distance is distortion, providing that customer dashboard, that interaction available, and then also kind of seeing how, kind of progress and kind of what their essentially their daily breakdown of their business and how it interacts with the CRM. That's really exciting stuff. So I'm pretty excited to see how it how everything goes with that. And dude, you're not done there. You got plenty of ideas.
This is number 9 that I tried to start here. So
hey, and you know what, man? Like that talks testament to kind of who you are, man. You're someone who's constantly thinking, constantly looking for ways to improve processes, and you got a passion and heart behind it, man. Heart for the people. So I'm really proud to have you as a guest today on the show.
Blushing. Get out of here.
So all right, folks, there you have it. Jonathan Mead. Thank you so much for joining us today, and yeah, man, can't wait to see the continued success.
I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me on.
All right, my brother.
I'll talk to you soon. Take care.
Yes, sir. Take care, folks. Bye.